We have had several reports of trees down all across the mid-state after last night's storm system rolled through. Crews were able to make quick work of a large limb that landed right in the middle of Woodmont Boulevard and Granny White Pike. That's what heavy machinery will do for you. No injuries or accidents have been reported. Good news there. And Dave's been pointing out the road's back open now. So nice work on the part of the road crews this morning.
That's right. That all clear sign is great. A crash on I-65 South near Vietnam Vets caused a traffic mess for hours this morning, but things look good now. Officers say the driver of a tractor trailer jackknifed into the concrete wall around 1 a.m. Initially, the road was not expected to open until 7, but they cleared the scene around 5:30. The driver was not seriously hurt. A developing story we're following in East Tennessee. Thousands have been evacuated in Blount County after a freight train caught fire overnight. This is in Maryville. It's believed the CSX train was hauling liquid petroleum gas, which is flammable and poisonous. Several officers had to be taken to the hospital and treated for exposure to those chemicals. Everyone within a 1-mile radius has been evacuated, and it could be 48 hours before they're allowed to go back home. We're following the latest. As soon as we get more, we'll pass it along.
We are following also some developing news this morning. Investigators say the former home of a swingers club may have been set on fire on purpose. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres is live for us along Division Street near the Gulch. And how much damage are we talking about, Matthew?
Well, Steve, if you just look outside, you may not think, was there even a fire out here at all? But really, majority of the damage is actually inside the building, heavily damaged, especially by the smoke in itself. Now, take a look at video from the scene. This happened just around 8 o'clock last night out on Division Street. And by the time firefighters arrived, they could find the heavy plume of smoke really just spewing out from the back portion of the building. And the back part of the property is actually fenced over, so we couldn't really see. There's so much brush going on. It was so difficult for firefighters to find the fire that they actually had to knock over some walls just in order to get it. Now, like you said, Steve, firefighters are saying this is now suspicious. They are treating it as suspicious since this was vacant at the time and that in fact, power may not have been available at the building. Now, for some of you who may recognize 700 Division Street, this used to be the social club where it used to be, it was a private swingers club here in Nashville, which recently moved to Madison, caused quite a bit of controversy with that move after the owners decided to reclassify the building as a church in order to operate its business. Now, this morning, now that we see the sun out, we see the security guards paid from a private company, a restoration company, paid for them to be here in order to watch the building. Nobody was hurt. The other buildings nearby, they weren't damaged at all from the smoke as well. So at this point, we're still trying to find out the exact cause of the fire. And as soon as we do, we'll have it on air and online at newschannel5.com. Reporting live on Division Street, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
Matthew, thanks for the update on that. Meantime, 3 suspected shoplifters nearly ran over police officers before then leading them on a high-speed chase. We'll show you where it happened, the Walmart parking lot there, the map on Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Officers followed those suspects as they made their way to the I-24 entrance ramp, but they didn't exactly finish the job. They ended up veering off the road and crashing onto the grass there. That's their red car behind the squad van there. The trio taken into custody. Charges are now pending.
Do you recognize these women? Franklin police say they stole a woman's credit card information, then cloned it onto a bogus card and went on a shopping spree across town. If you know who they are, call Crime Stopper 615-794-4000. President Obama made a stop in Music City to talk about health care. The president's visit to Taylor Stratton Elementary in Madison yesterday came less than a week after the Affordable Care Act got a big boost from the U.S. Supreme Court. During the visit, the president was also asked about the governor's failed plan to expand Medicaid in Tennessee.
My hope is that on a bipartisan basis, in places like Tennessee, but all across the country, we can now focus on what have we learned, what's working, what's not working.
Yesterday was the Commander-in-Chief's second visit to Music City in nearly 6 months.
And when students return to Taylor Stratton next school year, guess what? They'll see some graffiti on the walls thanks to the president. He signed the wall yesterday. In the building it reads, "Dear Taylor students, dream big dreams." For more information on the presidential visit, you can find our full report online on newschannel5.com.